RostyMaths, and welcome back to another video. We are still in our year 9 series with algebra, and we're making really good headway through the series. We are just on this bit now where we're solving equations with brackets and so on, and we're about to go into solving equations where you have unknowns on both sides of your equal sign. So stick with me and keep it going. Now, I will be using lots of knowledge from things we have done before, so I might ask you to go back and check certain things if I think you might not have that prerequisite, okay? If you want to see all of the videos we have done in one nice sweet place, all in nice order, click on the pop-up banner up there and it's going to take you straight to the playlist where you're going to have all the videos in a lovely order. Then you can handpick the ones that you need. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into unknowns on both sides. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you will know as soon as a new video has landed. Alright, what do we mean when we say there are unknowns on both sides? Well, what we mean by that is that you have x's on both sides of your equation. Everything we have done so far, the x has only been on one side, okay? So now we're going to have it on both sides. We got 4 quick questions that we're going to whiz through, and hopefully you're going to pick up something new. I'm going to be using the balancing method here because I think it's the most sound method that's going to take you through anything else that you're going to do. So if you haven't seen that, check my other videos I have done recently on the balancing method used to solve equations. Okay, you can find that on the pop-out banner just above here. All right, fantastic. Let's go. So first thing then is we're going to, now I've got x's on both sides. I don't really like that. So I only want x on one side. I don't want it on both sides. So we need to sort that out. And the first thing that we're going to do to sort that out is find one of them and just use the inverse operation or the opposite operation to remove it. So right now, this 2x is adding here. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Now notice when I go to subtract it, I put x on the x's and so on. That's because I can only subtract x from x's, okay? If you are new to algebra, go and watch my last video on collecting like terms and see what you can add from what you cannot add and so on. Anyway, 2x take away 2x is going to be 0 just there. So that's going to cancel out. 6x take away 2x is going to be 4x. So I'm going to have 4x take away 4 is equal to 16. That's because this 2x has been deleted, so 16 is left on that side. Well, what do you know? This looks exactly like what we've just been doing in the last couple of videos, and that's because it is. So that's the only new learning there, guys. All you got to do is get x's on the same side and then you're good to go. Everything that I'm about to do now, I have covered in my last 2 videos. So here we go. So the next step then would be to add 4 to both sides because we're using the balancing method. And then we're going to have that 4x is equal to 20. And that's because this cancels out. So that's gone. And then 16 add 4 is 20. And then we finish off by dividing both sides by 4. Like so. Those cancel out. And so x, let's put x is equal to 5. This is finished, guys. That's it. That one's done. All right, so that's pretty straightforward. That's how easy it is. Now we're going to go through, we're going to whiz through the next 3 questions. Hopefully you are a bit more confident with this now, especially if you've been watching my last few videos, then you should be really on point with this now. Let's jump straight into it. So first thing to do is expand that bracket. So let's do that first then. Let's get that out of the way. So we're going to have 3x add 6 is equal to x add 14. That's because 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2, that's 6 there. All right, now we have x's on both sides. Again, we do not like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract x from both sides. So that cancels out. That becomes 0 now. And then 3x take away 1x, that's going to be 2x. So that implies I'm going to have 2x, add 6 on the left side, and just 14 on the right side. Okay, now we're back to that point where we just need 2 steps to finish. Take away 6, take away 6. So I'm just going to jump onto that now. Subtract 6 there. These 2 6's will cancel out. So that will imply that 2x will equal to 8. And that's because 2x alone is left over here. And 14 take away 6, that's going to be 8. And then we finish that off by just dividing by 2 on both sides there. The 2's will cancel out there. So x, this implies that x will equal to 4. And this is finished, guys. Brilliant. All right. Now, you can obviously guess what's going to happen on the next question. You've got a pair of brackets there. Expand those first, and then we go from there. So if you want to give the video a pause here and have a go on your own, you're welcome to. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to jump straight into it. So let's expand those brackets first. So when we expand the first bracket, we're going to have 4x take away 12. And that's equal to 2x take away 16. Now I've got x's on both sides. I don't like that. So we're going to use the balancing method to take away 2x from both sides. That will cancel out those. And that means that I have now got 2x take away 12 is equal to negative 16. Let's double check. 4x take away 2x, that's 2x. I've got my subtract 12 there, and it's only negative 16 there. Notice I brought the negative with the 16. Super important, you don't leave that behind. Okay, now the next step, I need to get rid of this 12. Inverse operation means that I need to add 12 to both sides. So this will cancel out. 12 take away 12, that's 0. So now I'm just going to have 2x on the left-hand side, and that's going to be equal to negative 4 on the right-hand side. And that's because negative 16 add 12 is negative 4 there. And then I'm going to finish off by just dividing by 2. Those cancel out there, and that's going to be x is equal to negative 2, and this is finished. All right. Hope you guys got that. I hope that was understandable and everybody was okay. A good time. Please give this video a like if you're learning something new. Also, if you're finding some of this challenging, it's really important that you go back and check my other videos that I've linked to at the beginning of this video, because I am going through this quite quickly because all those simple steps I've already covered in those videos. You really need to be watching those ones before you go into this one. All right, let's finish up on that last one that looks a bit like a bleh. Who likes that? Okay, well, let's go. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, I've got a couple of fractions here. Before I can deal with the x's, I've got to deal with those denominators. Those denominators are really painful. So I've got denominator here, denominator there. Now, what I can do, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to cross multiply, but I'm going to explain to you the concept behind cross multiplying. In order to get rid of, let's just do this in a different color in brown down the bottom here. In order to get rid of the fractions down the bottom, I need to multiply by 2 and I need to multiply by 3. I need to multiply both sides by 2 and 3. So if I multiply by 2 first, multiply by 2, the 2 will come here, and then these 2 will cancel out, leaving me with just x add 4 equals, and then the 2 will come there, so that becomes 2 times x plus 10. And I still have this 3 down the bottom here. Then now I need to multiply by 3. So when I multiply by 3, the 3 now will come there. So that's become 3 times x plus 4 is equal to, when I multiply by 3 here, these 3's will cancel out, and I'll just be left with the 2 and x add 10 still. So that's what I'd end up with, which will then bring us to a question just like number 3. But in order to save yourself all of that hard work, what we will do is we will just cross multiply. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to rub out a few bits and pieces now. So I get rid of all of that, and then I'll put back this 2 down here. And I'm going to say the quickest way, and this is proper maths, it is not taking a shortcut, we are going to cross multiply. So we're going to multiply the 3 up there and multiply the 2 up there. Let's go do it. So that means that now I'm going to have 3 and then brackets x at 4 is equal to 2 and brackets x at 10. We already know that's going to happen. Let's expand those brackets. So that's going to imply I'm going to have 3x at 12 is equal to 2x at 20. Okay, when I expand those double brackets there, everything I'm about to do is what we did here. So, you know what's happening. I've got x on both sides, so take away the 2x, take away the 2x, that will cancel out, and so that will imply that I'm going to have 1x, or x, add 12 is equal to 20, because that will cancel out there, that becomes 1x, add 12 equals 20. Now I'm going to take away this 12 here, so I take away 12 and take away 12 there. That will cancel out, becomes 0. So that means that x will equal to 8. And this is now finished. All right, guys. So this video went on a little bit longer than I really wanted to. And I do apologize for that. But you get the idea. This is solving when you have x's on both sides. And I try to put an array of questions with different levels of difficulty or different levels of thinking, actually, in order to make this possible. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know as soon as another video has landed. These do come out once every day, as long as I remember to upload the videos. So they do come out once every day, and you don't want to miss a video at all, because it saves you having to click on pop-out banners and go back and watch stuff. All right, guys, until I see you on the next one, peace.